Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing Moonstone by Goblin King Games. A massive thanks to the Moonstone team for sending me out a copy to take a look at and share with you here on the channel. I've seen the game on YouTube a few times, and then I saw them at the UK Games Expo a couple of weeks ago. I was just blown away by the models. They looked fantastic. If you haven't heard of Moonstone before, it's a whimsical fantasy skirmish game for 2 to 4 players, and it'll see you leading Fairytale inspired characters across the Darklands in search of precious moonstones. This box is the 2-player starter set, and it's going to give you 8 miniatures. This includes your starter set exclusive Grub and Friar Flavius. You're going to get stack cards and bases, Moonstone card deck, dice set. You're going to get the measuring widget, blue energy tokens, and the rules pamphlet. And you can see that there's 8 models in total. So you're going to get 2 different warbands, and then you're going to get the humans going up against these little goblins. This Moonstone game was officially voted the 2023 champions for Best Miniatures Range and Best Miniature Rules from judges and the People's Vote. So that's a huge achievement considering how many awesome games and creators were at the event. So we better get this open and see exactly why they won those awards. Here we go then. So just a small box, but I think you're going to be surprised by how much is in here. It's pretty cool actually. I really like the whole aesthetic of the game. I love how they put across the rulebook, but we'll get to that in a little while. Here you can see we've got all sorts coming out of here. It's certainly packed full, so it's not one of those games where you get a massive box and hardly anything in there. You get a box that's suitable for the contents and it's packed. Let's get it all laid out so you can see everything, and then I'll start working through it one thing at a time. The little tokens popped out. Let's put that back in there, and then we've got the little measuring tool as well, so that all comes on the little token sheet. I've got to say, after visiting the UK Games Expo, I'm really inspired to get stuck into more independent skirmish games now. And when I see things like this, I just get really excited about it. It's really cool to see what people come up with and how they make it. And it's not like a corporation like with other games that I cover on the channel. It really is made by a creator, someone who's passionate about the game. And I really love how someone can have an idea and then bring it into reality by putting together game systems like this. But anyway, let's get on with having a look at everything in the box. And here we can see you've got the little measuring tool, so it's got the 1, 2, 3 and 4 inches marked out, and you get all these little tokens. These are the blue energy tokens, and each character will be using these throughout the game. Let's have a look at the Moonstone custom card deck next. And in this card deck there's going to be 3 types of cards. There's going to be a melee deck, an arcane deck, and then the character cards. Here we go then, let's get them out of the box. And you can see we've got these melee cards first, and there's some really nice texture on these. These are really good quality cards, certainly not cheap prints. These are done really nicely, and the illustrations are really well done as well. So yeah, great quality cards. They've got this really nice gloss coating, and then combining that with the texture on the cards, it kind of almost glitters. So really cool. Yeah, really nicely done. That's all the melee cards then. Really nice illustration there. A lot of depth to that. Good stuff. Right, let's have a look at the arcane cards next. And there's going to be 3 catastrophe cards in there. And then you're going to mix those up with the rest of them. So you can see really good illustrations again. And then on the back, the arcane, so you know which deck they're going to come from. And then you've got the rest of the arcane cards, which are numbered 1, 2 and 3. And then this will all be evident once you start playing the game. But there's going to be 21 arcane cards altogether. And the aesthetic of these cards really setting the scene. You've got the green, blue and purple, and it really does give you the vibe that this is before like dawn, so you're just waiting for the sun to come up and you're looking for these moonstones that sprout out of the ground in the night. And so I'm really getting that from these cards. Then you get these 2 little reference cards in there, which are going to give you all the steps to play through, the different actions you can do. So these are really handy. I think all games should have something like this included. It really makes a big difference when you're playing. Next up we've got the dice, so we're going to get the Moonstone dice set here, and we're going to use the D4 dice as our Moonstones, and then you've got the black D6 dice, and then you've got all the bases. Almost all the models in this set are going to come on 30mm bases, except for one of them which is going to come on a 40mm base. And these D4 dice, they're going to represent the location of the Moonstones as you play. Right, let's have a look at the models then. This is what I've really been looking forward to. We've got this little box here protecting them, and they're all going to come out in the little baggies, and these are all going to be resin models, and they're very detailed. Wait till you see these up close. And these are all fine quality resin, and then they're going to go in the slotted bases in a moment. And so let's get this one out. He didn't want to come out of the bag. I'm just trying to be careful because sometimes you can break these little bits. So I'm just being really careful to get this out. Out he comes. We're going to get there in a minute. There we go. So this is the first one. Let's get a close-up a look at Friar Flavius. And you can just see the details fantastic. These are going to be really fun to paint. And really nice textures all over. You've got all the chainmail underneath. The expressions on the faces are brilliant. They're just so quirky. And when you see the whole range of characters, I'm sure you're going to love it. Here's Grub, another cool character. And again, really crisp. These have come out so nice in the resin casts. I've took the rest out of the bags just so you don't have to suffer watching me trying to get them out. But here's my favourite one, Beaky Bobby. This one is so cool. This is one of the goblins. And yeah, again, look at this, really nice. So well done. You've got all the feathers, all the textures, the stitching, and he's opening his cloak with all these things inside, which I think is fantastic. Here's Vicious Sid with his sword, so he's going to be on the Goblins team as well. And then you've got this one, Flintlock, so the sniper for the humans. And this one, again, really well done. They're all so good, really nice and crisp, very well detailed. And the good thing about them is there's only a few components for each model to glue together. And so it's going to be really quick to get them made and on the table, ready to play. I'll be looking forward to trying out some contrast paints on these as well, see how that goes. But I think I'm going to have to go a bit further, do some like zenithal priming, contrast, and then do some highlights as well and do these miniatures justice because, yeah, there's just so much going on with them. You want to bring out all those details and all that texture with the different highlights and dry brushing. So that's going to be really cool. Here's an awesome model. This is Doug the Flatulent, and he's going to be riding a pug. Love that idea. Who doesn't want a pug in their collection? And yeah, these are just going to look so great when they're all put together and painted up. And then I'm going to be using some terrain from Battle Systems, some of the village terrain I've got. I think that's going to work really nicely with this game. That's all the models, so now let's have a look at their character cards next. They're going to come in this separate little bag. We'll get those out. Again, that high quality, you've got the texture on there, nice and shiny. And then you can get all the details for each character. So you've got Eric the Squire, and then you've got all the stats on one side, and then Friar Flavius. So each character is going to have their own card, obviously, and then it gives you everything you need. You're just literally playing off this card, which is brilliant. If you can get all the rules onto one card, you're not going back and forth into the book. Then they've got different fun abilities on the back, all with great names, really cool. And so there you go. Everything you need for each character on the card, that's the way to go. Right, now let's have a look at the book, and this is going to be a small A5 size book, which is really handy on the tabletop, so you haven't got a big A4 book to have there on taking up all the room. And there's not many pages in this. Altogether, it's going to be 19 pages. The cover's thick card, and then the pages are quite thick paper as well. As soon as I got this in my hand and started flicking through it, it just gave me the feel of like a zine, almost an RPG style. You know, there's those small RPGs that you can buy and then you can just get playing really quickly. And that's the vibe I'm getting from this. They do a larger book if you want to get something with all the illustrations and everything in. And they also do an expansion book as well with some beautiful artwork. The link in the description will take you to their website where you can see more about that. And also all the different models they do, because they do tons of other factions that you can get stuck into, which just look fantastic, on par with these for sure. But I do like this idea of a shorter rule set. Just because a rule set's big or there's lots of boxes doesn't necessarily mean the game is going to be good because of that. And I think if you can get everything down into a few pages and get it across to the players so you can start playing quickly and then you can expand the game through campaigns and using your own imagination, that's got to be fun. There you go then, there's the book. And this is brilliant. I've been looking at zines from RPGs a lot lately, and I think if we can do something for tabletop skirmish games and promote things like this, I think that's a really good direction to be going in. Right, now I'm going to go away and build these models so you can see them all put together, and I'll be using this Loctite Super Glue Power Gel, which gives you loads of control, and it's just perfect for putting these resin models together. And here we go, we've got all the models put together now, and these are going to set. I'll leave them a good few hours, but that glue is so good, it almost sets them right away. But you've got to get it in the right spot right away with that power gel. If you miss it and you have to move it around, you almost have to get rid of that glue and start again. But you get it right the first time, these go together really quick and easy. And I just think they look fantastic. Going along this line, there's so much character. My favourite is by far the goblins, especially with Beaky there. Beaky Bobby, brilliant character. What a great sculpt. And here he is. I've got to get close up on that. that's got to be my favourite model out of this whole range. And here's the humans. I do like snipers in all types of skirmish games, so Flintlock is definitely standing out to me. But altogether, this is a great little box set. I definitely recommend checking out T&G Productions to see their battle reports. They've got loads on there, even a how to play guide as well. But the thing that really stands out to me, as well as the models, is just the way they've put the rules together. I really like this. It's certainly got a smaller, independent vibe to it. It's compact and it looks like it'll be quick and easy to get playing. So yeah, very interested in looking into more games that follow this kind of direction. But what I've seen here with Moonstone so far just looks fantastic. Can't wait to try out the game. I'll probably do another video where I share my thoughts about that with you. So if you're interested in hearing more about Moonstone, let me know in the comments section down below. And then if you want to see it, I'll do some more videos about it. I'll put a link down below to the Moonstone website, and thanks again to the team there for sending this out for me to take a look at and share with you. I've had a ton of fun getting these models put together. Can't wait to get them painted up and give the game a go. Thanks so much to my sponsors as well for helping me keep going with these daily videos, and thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe to see more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.